October is National Dyslexia Month, and there are still a lot of myths regarding the learning disability.
Carrie Buckholtz from Haley's Hope is joining us this morning to talk about how their organization is changing the way people recognize and understand the way those with dyslexia learn. Carrie, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you again.
What are some of the stigmas that you guys are trying to get out of people's minds?
Well, one of them, and I think the most common one, is that people see letters backwards. And really it has to do with more of a directionality, how they process that information instead of an eyesight issue. So it's not seeing those letters backwards.
Yeah, I know. Remember last time you talked to us, it's that the brain sometimes is what's more of it than the eyesight.
Exactly, and we look at those letters as far as how they are made up. And so like those B's and D's and P's, the ones that are most commonly reversed, it's, you know, there's a stick and a circle that's involved in creating those, and so it's kind of guessing on what side that circle goes on. Or, you know, learning how to create that N, and we kind of know it's a swoop, but it might be upside down and creates a U. So it's how they process that image.
Is there a kind of estimates out there on how many people deal with dyslexia?
It's 1 in 5, and so that's, you know, 20% of our population that have some range of, if it's mild to profound, of dyslexia, characteristics of dyslexia. So quite a few.
I know too, when you guys have come on before, you talked about, you know, the earlier you can spot signs of it, you know, the better it will be. So emphasize that for us. You know, when parents are having those frustrations when their kids are younger, how important is it that they're getting help?
Absolutely. You know, we can start to see signs of dyslexia as early as 1 year old, but successfully diagnose or determine that dyslexia is an issue for them at 5 years old. And so early intervention is really key so that we can stop those kids from feeling those inadequacies when they go into elementary school. So a lot of times we think, oh, we can't diagnose till they're in 3rd grade, but really 5 years old is key, kindergarten.
What are some of the signs? Is that what you're going to ask too? Yeah.
Yeah. Some of those signs early on are, you know, maybe not rhyming. They may have some difficulties with speech or maybe be in some speech therapy. Family history, of course, it is 50-50 chance if it's in the family history that is going to go down that next generation. And then, you know, some of those things, those reversals, of course, continue past 1st grade. And once they're still reversing their letters past 1st grade, we want to look at that as a characteristic too.
And if parents notice some of those signs, give you guys a call. Is that kind of a good first step?
Absolutely. Actually, it's even maybe easier than that. If they can go into our website, there is a list on there of some of the warning signs, and if they can look at those and pick about 3 or 4 out of there, they're encouraged to look more into if it could be dyslexia.
I think every parent too, you notice something about your child and you kind of give it that little grace period of, okay, is this a phase? Is it, you know, something they're going to get over? But then there's obviously that time when parents say, this is an issue we need to take care of.
Absolutely, and we kind of look at that 6 to 9 months if they've been in some kind of remediation, if it's at school in Title I or private tutors, whatever that is. If they go 6 to 9 months and really don't see any significant progress, you really should look at doing something else, because there is something that can be done for that.
Yeah. And of course, we're going to continue to talk more about dyslexia, the stigma around it, how you can get help for your kids, all coming up after a quick break.